Uh, Hello? What up, everyone? True Blue here. Welcome to an impromptu stream of where I just play Pokopia. I just felt like playing it. I've been playing this a lot. I could have started a new game today. I've just been playing this a lot. I wanted to keep playing it, but I wanted to stream, so I was like, I'll just stream it, and I hope people don't question that. It's about it for the intro. Where literally, the plan is we're just gonna chit chat, have some fun. I'll show you some stuff I discovered Pokopia and just be a laid back kind of stream. I will give a heads up. My area has very high winds at the current moment. I can't promise stream will be okay because at some point I may lose power. That is a real possibility. So just in case, that's heads up kind of warning. That might happen. That might happen. So I'm just letting you all know that. Anyway, I've already beaten this game. I'm done with this game. I do mean that. There's, besides collecting all of the Pokemon items, building whatever, I've done the entire main story of the game. There's nothing left for me story-wise. So, you ever see this gone? Because this is gone now, you know? It is. We are in the post-game. So it's weird. It's definitely weird. I guess if you don't want to see, I won't spoil anything unless asked to. But if you, yeah. Anyway, so here's my main area. You may notice everything is gone. The past few days, I've just been terraforming. I have all the Pokemon that I have that spawned here already, just kind of just in the corner. I need to move some of them. Some of them are gonna stay here. For the time being, they're all here. And I'm gonna, yeah. My plan is to make Mystery Dungeon style houses. If you haven't played Mystery Dungeon, they're like little Pokemon heads that they would live in. I'm gonna make it for all the different evolution lines. Per evolution line. So there's there'll be a Charizard house, a Venusaur house, a Blastoise house, whatever. The only thing I have built on my own so far is this little shack. I was kind of thinking of I don't really like these bricks. I wanted to make it like a nice bright white color because I want to make it look kind of like the anime Pokemon lab. That's what we got so far. And this is my house slash storage room. I turned the little underground area with the tablet, whatever the heck this thing is, because I haven't done this yet. This isn't part of the story. Like, you don't have to do this at all. But I haven't done that yet. But I made a storage room. You get a lot of stuff in this game, especially after post-game, so I organized everything as best as I could. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I definitely need more storage, which the fact that I did all of this and I still need more kind of... Ooh. But I already have extra chests of just the blocks from all the terraforming. And I did bring Smeargle here so I could paint stuff instead of having to jump back and forth between towns. But yeah, this is kind of my current base of operations. I plan on making this kind of like just my house here, and then I'll build a proper house in a different area, and then I'll have little huts just so I can fast travel. But yeah, that's all I've really done so far. I also have roads, and this is the blue version of the stone bricks or whatever recipe they're called, which they're such a cyan. It's so perfect for me, True Blue. So I used it and very happy with it. But I'll go through town by town. I haven't done anything to the rest. They're kind of just in their default states. Here's a lot of Pokemon. But that's about it. I haven't, like, really touched them. They're the way they were. Very minimal changes have been made for sake of, like, progressing the game, or just I was like, sure, why not? It'll take 2 seconds, or I was waiting around. But so here's the beach. There's Pokemon everywhere here. There's so many Pokemon here in particular. You'll see all the random structures laid out for Pokemon to spawn because all the habitats, and oh, the habitats, they're a pain to find out because some of them are like a lot of the basic Pokemon you'll probably get on your own. But then a lot of the rare ones, like if you don't look it up or don't get the habitat data, like straight up, how are you supposed to figure some of these out? I'm gonna be honest, they're so oddly specific with the setup. But yeah, I just have the poles everywhere. A lot of people have been like, oh, why don't you put the poles dig underground, put the poles and have the like thin blocks so electricity shoots up so you don't have to see them. I'm like, I mean, obviously this is a mess, but like, say if I go down here and you just see these, like, I like them. I don't think they're bad looking. I don't know. Like, I don't think they're that much of an eyesore to have little, like, electrical wires everywhere. I don't know. I feel like it could be so much more intrusive than it actually is. So I guess I don't mind that, but I know a lot of people are complaining about that. So, but yeah. This is probably the one I kind of like, not speed around the most, but I was like not paying attention. Not paying attention. I don't know. Hot take. I don't think this game is, you know, game of the year. The thing everyone is like hyping this game up to be. It's not that good. Like, it's good. I've played better. Listen, I've played better. Okay? I know. Hot take. And I like cozy games. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's like it's a bad game. Because again, this is a fun game and I do like it. But it's literally just Dragon Quest Builders. I played Dragon Quest Builders 2 years ago. I adore that game. Oh my god, it's such a good game. It had its faults, but Dragon Quest Builders 2 is such a good game. And the fact that this game is basically that with a Pokemon skin, but then less, because like that game had like combat, instead of Pokemon, there were tameable Dragon Quest monsters. For reference, I don't care about Dragon Quest. I got the game after Hero was announced for Smash Bros. Because I wanted to see what Dragon Quest was about, and it looked like the best game for me to try because I didn't feel like playing another RPG at the moment. So that's what I played to kind of understand Dragon Quest. It was such a good game. It was so much fun, and the story mode and the characters. And then here, it just feels like that, but dumbed down, and it's missing a lot of the stuff I liked about that game. And there's a bit of personal bias, because again, I really like that game, but at that time, I told all my friends, like, yo, you guys are gonna love this game, right? No one I knew ended up getting it, trying it, whatever. Now, Pokopia, everyone is, you know, talking about Pokopia, and they're like, oh my god, this game looks awesome. I'm like, I've been telling y'all, you would like a game like this, but it just doesn't have a Pokemon skin. It has more content. Dragon Quest Builders 2 easily has more content, but, you know, that's personal and just like a sour spot. Because I want more people to play Dragon Quest Builders 2. I want to have fun in that game. Like that, I don't have it on my Switch 2. It's on my Switch 1, like digitally. That game, I would just boot it up sometimes and just have fun. Like just building stuff. Like, oh my god, it's such a relaxing experience. And like you can have so much fun with like there's like boss encounters too. Like you could do so much if you want to, but you can also do nothing if you don't want to. Like, oh my god, it's awesome. I love it. I love it so much. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that that was also a perfect game. I'll give it, this game has such a better camera system. Oh my god, the camera in this game is so much better. It is night and day. This camera, oh, perfect. I will say, I think this game could have gone without having timed events that last a full day. That's kind of insane. I think it's like, hey, 20 minutes, an hour, right? When you're building one of the Pokemon centers and it goes, hey, wait till tomorrow? No. Also, there's also no repercussions of time travel. I have happily time traveled this game for sake of experimenting, and because I don't want to wait a day. I think it's so stupid, and I'm like, nah, we ain't waiting. We're having fun. We're playing this game. But you got, what is this? Is this supposed to be like Silvka, the department store? I don't even know. There's so much lore to this game. This game has like one of the saddest stories I've ever seen in a Pokemon game. It's up there with like the opening of Detective Pikachu 2, where it's just, I want a divorce. You guys remember that game? You know, Detective Pikachu 2, the game that opens with a fun little tutorial, and the first major plot progressive cutscene is just, dude says I want a divorce. And that's all people remember about that game because, let's face it, Detective Pikachu ain't... It ain't... it ain't no, like, any other game, period. It is... They used Pokemon to carry that brand in that game, and that still couldn't fix all the problems. I feel like I've been so negative. This game's awesome. I really like this game. That's why I've been playing it a lot. Yeah, here's all the areas, and then through Blue Town, the current... Not current, the bonus area, post-game area? I don't even know if this is technically post-game, because you can, like, visit this, like, as soon as you can reach it. The game lets you go there. So I don't really know if this counts as post-game, because I feel like you can do this whenever you want. I actually have very ambitious plans for what I want to do here in particular. I just have a lot of Pokemon here as well. I don't have all the Pokemon. I think I have like 100 so far. Oh wow, I'm almost at 200. Okay. Sick. Do these count for the... Hold up, filter. No, I don't... Oh wow, it shows you all the missing... I didn't even know you could do this. Oh, you can see all the missing ones too. So when I scroll like this now, I'm like, oh wow, there's a lot more missing Pokemon than I realized, but... Now, the habitats though, that's the thing that kills me about this game. Just trying to get all the habitats. Oh, it's so annoying. A very odd selection of Pokemon, I will say. Some of the Pokemon that made it in, I'm surprised. Was not expecting Greedent to be a prominent character in this game. All the Pokemon, Greedent was not on the list of prominent characters. I do like the new forms, at least. Like, I'll give it. All the new stuff I like. Professor Tangro's fun. Chef Dente is also fun. I think Tinkaton could have had more of a different design. But I do like that one. A new Rotom form out of nowhere was insane. But like, I love that. Hello, Kyogre. Hello, Kyogre. Thanks for showing up on the stream. Pun not intended. Why are you here? What are the chances for Kyogre to spawn? I swear, bro is always here. But yeah, Pokopia. I like it. I've played very similar games. I think there's room for improvement still. A part of me thinks I'm just more on the harsher side because I hear everyone praising this like it's the second coming of Christ. And all I can say is, I played this years ago, but it wasn't Pokemon. That just irks me. Because it's like, there's other games like it. It's not new. It's not a new concept. It's just the first time Pokemon's done it. And that's the thing that irks me, because it's like, okay, I get it, a lot of people haven't played other games, but it exists out there. Give other people credit. Also, stop comparing this game to Animal Crossing. Holy shit, this game is nothing like Animal Crossing. Just because they're cozy and you have inventory and you craft stuff doesn't make it Animal Crossing. This is closer to like any other goddamn game that is considered a cozy game, alright? Animal Crossing is not it. Anyway, y'all want to see some cool stuff I learned with the power of time travel? So, or actually, I have a ton of recipes. Like, a lot of recipes. Mind you, I haven't done a lot of, like, post-game stuff besides the terraforming, right? So how did I acquire all these different recipes without really doing much? Well, here is a very powerful exploit. Also, look how much money I have. Again, I haven't done much. I've not done much. You'll see here, you get for the today only section of your shop at any Pokemon Center, and it gives you listings for 5 items, and 2 of them typically are DIYs. On top of that, you have the stamp card, where over a period of about a week, you can get stamps which range from, if you have like a circle that's like 100 coins, the squiggly one is better, and then if you get a Mew, put the Mew, because that is like 1,000. If you just keep time traveling and don't exit the Pokemon Center, or don't exit the PC, you can just keep resetting and getting coins. And this is so overpowered. So let me show you what I mean. All right, so we are on today, Gengar, whatever. I'm gonna go to my Switch. I'm gonna go to down to system, down to date and time. And this is all you have to do for time travel. Animal Crossing is very similar as well. It's just you have to back out first. Anyway, so we forwarded a day. Now, usually, if you like turn off the game and turn it back on, you would reset at your house. Notice I didn't, and the dots already switched. If I go to my stamp card, I can add a stamp. So I have a new stamp. If I go to the shop, it is reset, and we have new things. And I can just be like, hey, well now, I'm gonna get new flooring. Hey, I'm gonna get this print. Cool. And we're gonna keep doing that. We can do that as long as we want. And get this. You would think, hey, if I go forward 4 months and the stamp is now registered for a period of whatever month it is, right? Say it's now June, because right now we are in March. When you time travel back and go forward, and the 1 day passes naturally, the game will automatically register that you're out of the exchange period and give you a current stamp. So you don't just you don't have to wait for that period to come back. The game has fail-safes in place already. Time travel, so like it's so protected. There's nothing to lose from doing it. It is actually insane. And I know some people are gonna say like it ruins the game. This game shouldn't really be having time-based events like this. Animal Crossing's one thing, this game's another. I really don't think it should be having like, I'm okay with like the stamp stuff, daily shop, whatever. A lot of the time-based events, I really don't think that they're necessary. But, right? So I can do this. And again, it is this simple. All you have to do, system, switch date and time, go forward a day. You don't even need to switch the time. You literally go forward a day, go back. Sometimes I go a little too fast and the game has to... And look, new stamp added. And you can check the shop and look, new recipes. That's it. You can do this as long as you want. And the thing is, you'll keep getting coins because you'll keep filling out your stamp card if you go a day at a time. And if you just get the good stamps, like if you have good RNG and get the good stamps, you'll quite literally make back probably all of the coins you've spent if you just keep purchasing only the different DIYs. It is so overpowered. It is so overpowered. Pokopia. And that's what I've figured out on my own. But I know players have already found auto farms. Some players in Japan discovered a duping glitch for some of the resources in the beach area. People already figured out how Pokemon... Yeah, look, I went at 4 today. I'm now in the exchange period. 850. Look at that. Oh, look, Dragonite. Bam. What do I want? Sure, we'll get a signpost. Why? It don't matter. I've been skipping out on the ones I don't care about. Like, I don't want the iron scalpel. There's so much you can just naturally find. I don't care. And if you really want to min-max, you can back out of the PC. Go to use a plushie and go to one of those random islands that are generated to get some more resources and just go about your day. I don't really care to do that because I don't know. Whoa. Huh. That'll be useful. Also, another gravestone. I will gladly take one of those. Oh my god, there's a few recipes there. Also, doing this, I realized at some point the game just runs out of DIYs in the PC. It starts giving you ones and it's like, oh, you already own this one. So yeah, you can't, I don't think you can get every DIY in the PC like this. I don't think you can. But you sure as hell get a lot. Yeah, see, perfect example. I already got this one, but it showed up anyway for the daily rotation. And I'll take some paint as well. If you want to get some random stuff too, flowers, paint, some random items, hard to find items, of course, the looping for the daily rotation is also very helpful. You want to get the music maths or whatever. I haven't touched any of the music stuff, or I don't know. It's like, all I know is Rotom, the selection of songs that I've unlocked so far, very strange. Why the hell is one of the options like Rose Tower, right? Who is yearning for that? Who is yearning for a specific route in like Gen 5 or like a specific build-in? It's just weird, the selection. Some, again, like at least Rose Tower makes sense because that's like a big location in those games. But also, the most of the songs I've acquired so far are Gen 1, and I'm like, okay, we get it. We get it. Please. Enough with Kanto. I get, at least, okay, I can't even be that mad, because this game is like post-apocalyptic Kanto. But the point stands, I'm just sick of seeing it. I mean, I don't really need a canvas because I already got Smeargle. I don't think there's a normal Smeargle in this game. People have already unlocked all the Pokemon, of course, and I went through, I have a spreadsheet. I made a spreadsheet, and it's a list of all the Pokemon and how I'm going to designate them by area, because there is 300 Pokemon, roughly, and there's 5 areas, of course, so I'm going to distribute it and have an even amount per area. Well, even in quotes, because I don't think you can actually like have the legendaries be with you. I'm pretty sure the legendaries just remain like rare encounters that were registered for the story mode. Like, I don't think I can move Mewtwo anywhere, because I don't think I can have like a Mewtwo house, right? Unless I can. but I have, including them, I've designated stuff. So there you go. Again, I really do like this game. Like, I can't stress enough, I really do like this game. It's just there's some decisions that bother me. I'm also so curious what is considered like a rare thing to get and a good thing. Because I've gotten some items, some DIY recipes that I was like, I didn't even think this was. For example, Eevee, to get all the evolutions, and they have very similar habitats, but with like one key item difference. And I've gotten recipes for those items through here. Very few have shown up, but like I got them, and that's the key thing, is I got them. So speaking of Eevee, there you go, Eevee stamp. I'm also curious how many different Pokemon have stamps. I'm pretty sure they're all Gen 1 Pokemon. I know there's the starters, there's Pikachu, there's Eevee, the evolves, the final stages of starters, Abra, Slowpoke, Psyduck, I want to say, the legendaries. Yeah, I don't know how many different Pokemon have stamps in the game, I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, I also learned the hard way. An environment level can go down. I was at level 10 before I terraformed everything, and the game said, wow, you are... Yeah, no, the Pokemon are not happy with that decision. That's for sure. But, oh, Gengar? There you go, that's another one. So yeah. Anyway, that being said, now that I've just ranted about Pokopia, I'm just gonna chit-chat. I'm gonna lay it back. I'm gonna do a bit more of this kind of grinding for... The main thing is coins. Like, I just wanted more coins, but I didn't want to grind them out. And then I was like, well, can I cheat it? And then I figured out a way to do that. So I'm doing that, because I don't feel like grinding out the challenges for... Like, I could grind out these challenges, right? But most of them, it's like, yeah, 500, 100, whatever. I can probably get 3 times that in half the time it would take to accomplish those. So that's what I've been doing. I will take a deck chair. Sure. Again, you get so much money. You just get so much money by doing nothing. Literally doing nothing. It's awesome. But yeah, so I know some people probably have seen my... I should have probably announced it on YouTube proper. For the week, I intend on... Ooh, curtains. Live streaming for a few hours every day. I can't promise this is going to continue post this week, but this week for me is backed out. When you back out, you have to let the game load, sends you back to your home. If you really want to, like, weird stuff happens sometimes when I do that. Like when I'm time traveling and I back out a bit, because the game is expecting you to not be PC when you're resetting. But here we are. Do I have space in here? My box of random stuff? I don't. We'll just hold on to a gravestone for now. Surely that's not a bad omen. I mean, if the game's gonna just give me a random feather, I assume that's Ho-Oh. That looks more like smoke to me. Yeah. Also, from playing, oh no, I need water for this one. I think the chances of Ho and Lugia, like, I feel like I barely see Lugia here. It's almost like 9 out of 10 times if one of them flies by is Ho. But like, the beach is typically Lugia. So I think, I'm not certain. Oh yeah, we can also visit the Pokemon Center, I guess, and see if there's anything good every day, too. I mean, that goes kind of hard, but I already got some. There's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can do with time traveling and going forward every day. Like, you can min-max the hell out of this game if you know what you're doing. Right, I don't need to do that. Yeah, you'll also notice Link Play will be grayed out when I time travel. Because it wants the game to reload. I think I need this for a habitat. I know I need the slide, but I already have one. I don't think I need any more slides. I don't think so. Also, wow, that was a bad week. I'm pretty sure it's random. Like the stamps, I don't think there's a guarantee to any stamp being like, oh, no. Any stamp being in particular like super good or anything. But and if you do time travel, besides the hop-up event, which if I don't remember when it goes away, but for those who may be watching this after, you can time travel backwards and do that event if need be. You can go forward. That people have discovered in, I think it's October, like late in October, there's a Sableye event, and I just said it's April 1st. I think there's a Pseudo-Udo item. There's not an event, but there's like an item. So I saw it floating around that there is something for April Fool's Day. What that actually is, I don't know. But I'm willing to believe it. Okay, well, there's no Pokemon here. Maybe it's a bit. Maybe it's not real. Limited challenges. Oh? Aha! Okay, so here's the April Fool's event. So on April 1st, this event will occur for the people who aren't time traveling. The Pokemon have a special quiz for you for today only. Talk to them and try to guess the right answers. If I do 3, I'll get an inflatable Pseudo-Wudo. Gilbert, you're right here. You don't want that. Oh, I should probably look for ones with like the speech bubbles. I think that's what the game wants me to do. Oh, and for those who like really want Charizard, because Gen 1, I pulled the 5. If you time travel really far, like you set up the habitats, time travel super far into the future, and then load the game, it was almost always a rare spawn. So in my testing, I was able to, I have Blastoise. I don't know where he is, but I have all 3 of them. I pulled the like, it should be like a 5%, but I'm like 99% sure it's guaranteed if you time travel in the future. So many benefits. So many benefits. No, I don't care about your comfort right now. One of these Pokemon has to have something for me. Really? Do none of them have questions for me? Let me try a different area. The game literally told me, it was like, hey, answer questions, you'll get a Pseudo-Wudo. I want the Pseudo-Wudo item, because I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, interactive loading screens, for those who don't mash buttons, if you press A on a loading screen, the Ditto will jump. Or like, he'll look at the camera while jumping. I promise you, that's a Switch 2 thing. What? Did bro just go who and say who? It's a 50-50, really. Absolute, like, that. You know, sometimes you can see the moon even when the sun still goes down. I sounded like who? Oh yeah, I have a normal Pikachu here. Who would say some stupid shit like that? My money's on Pikachu. Alright. My money was Pikachu said stupid stuff, but I guess I was wrong. Geodude, got him in it. I don't care. Oh, no, you do have a question for me. Clouds come in all sorts of shapes, huh? Is copying how another Pokemon talks just now, so who do you think I was copying? That's a Squelvet line. Only Squelvet would say something that stupid. Oh, I know. I bet it's because you do a lot of secret training and practice, isn't it? I bet you train by, like, making a chair just with your fingertips every day and stuff. Enough of that, so you're able to identify the Pokemon. It was intimidating. Okay, so Eevee just says a lot of bullshit, I guess. Let's be on. I'm happiest when I'm playing with you. Also, oh, and also when I'm talking to you. Did I startle you? That was my attempted impression. I feel like Excadrill is like an aggressive Pokemon. Yeah. Okay, so now if I go here, do I just get the Sudowoodo? Alright! New event! Oh, he's so silly. Oh, he's so silly. I love him. Is it a looping animation or is it actually random? Oh, that's a looping animation. Okay. Well, guys, we did the April Fool's event. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. You know someone's gonna be doing a video like, here's the April Fool's event for Pokemon, Pokopia, and it's a 5-minute video. And they straight up just talk to 3 random Pokemon. It's like, hey, who am I impersonating? I'm like, I got a 50-50. Awesome. Next. And then you get a Sudowoodo. Not even the Pokemon, you just get an item. Well, I'll chuck this in my little event box right here. It's all the hop-up event stuff. I did this one naturally. I didn't have to go ahead to unlock that. We're in a hop-up season. I still don't know how long hop-up season is, but I know there's a time and place for it. But yeah, apparently, if you jump ahead super far, there is a Sableye event somewhere, sometime. I don't know when. Actually, I don't know. But there is apparently a Sableye event. So, if you like Sableye, he's in the game as an event. I feel like Sableye is a lot more popular than Hop-Up. So, they could have done... I'm trying to think. They could have done, like, Mime Jr., Mr. Mime, a Galarian Mr. Mime event, because that's not in the game. I know I need... Do I have any of these? No. I need some of these for a habitat. Andro. Sure. I don't think it matters. There's no fall damage in this game, but sure. Handro. Ooh, that's big. So now... I don't even know what day the thing is set to. Just keep moving ahead. It's whatever time it's set to. Also, every time you do this, obviously, the time is paused. So I'm off right now by 12 minutes. Because it's currently 7:13 for me. A fancy pen. I know this has to be all these random like stupid items. I'm like, there's a habitat. There's so a habitat that uses something stupid like that. All right, how many coins? Look at that, almost 2,000 coins. And you know what I did? Nothing. Literally did nothing. I did this. If you wanted to, you could you say, I was like, you could probably automate this. Like, you could probably set this to a controller. Like a automated controller, like hit B, A, down a few times, go back, A, or whatever. Like, you could probably bought this. You could probably bought this and just let it grind money for you. Yeah, because it's the same inputs every time. Yeah, so if you have one of those like programmable controllers from... Oh, I didn't even know you... Okay. No, I will be taking that. Guest room wall. Used for the guest rooms of luxury cruise ships. I wonder where this block is used. Oh! Let's go. Give me all the good stamps. I don't know what the odds are of any particular stamp spawning. I know yesterday in practice, not practice, but me like trying this out for the first time, I was able to get 4 different Mews within like an hour. So, alright, there's a book. But you see what I mean. And obviously, once I re-max out the area, I'll get all of the recipes again. Because there's some locked here. Is there any here that I want, actually? Oh, I will actually take windows. I don't have windows. I like window recipes. I don't really care about any of these. Yeah, nothing here is really... Yeah. We'll take some more stairs, though. I could use more stairs. Yeah, that's fine. I don't see anything else that I like really. But what I noticed was some things became available for like constant purchase after I got them, like vending machines. Like this shows up now and I can get one. And like, okay, constant purchase with a very limited supply. Because I did get a recipe for vending machines, and that's huge. Because that's like an infinite water source, sort of, kinda. Also, I have no interest in using the huts, except this one. My plan is I'm gonna build pretty big. They're gonna be pretty big houses, shaped around. I don't know if I want to do first stages or final stages. Because, like, the first ones I'm going to do is going to be the Bulbasaur line, Charmander line, and Squirtle line. And I'm debating, like, hey, should I do a Bulbasaur, like a Mystery Dungeon Bulbasaur house? Or should I do a Mystery Dungeon styled Venusaur? And I haven't been able to decide which one I want to do. Whatever the case, they're going to be big. And then it's going to be one main, like, area. And that's going to be Venusaur. It's gonna be whoever's the like head, and then there'll be 2 Pokeballs and on the sides, and then you'll have like the little separate rooms basically for the other stages. I can't decide which one I want to do. I think I want to do final stages, cause like, oh, there we go. There's a Mew. The power of, I can't even call this an exploit. Like, no, this is an exploit. Just say I can't call it a glitch. It's not a glitch. It's just it's a feature being used in an unintended way. God, if imagine I got 2 in a row. That's disappointing. Sure, meow. Screw you. Take all the time. But yeah, it's just it's weird. I can't decide. I just can't decide. I've been going back and forth on it for so long. That's why there's literally nothing built. Because I have all the houses are gonna be like the same shape with different like accent details, of course, because that's how the Mystery Dungeon houses were. But I just can't decide if I want to do first or final stages. I think right now I'm leaning towards final. Just because there'll be more differences, right? Because of, like, Squirtle, Charmander, they're just general head shapes, right? But like Blastoise, there's the cannons in the back. Charizard's got wings now. Like, I think Final Form would make more sense, but I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Should I flip a coin to determine that? Some Pokemon won't get houses though. Because I have it designed in my head how I want to do it. And the problem with that is it's designed for 3 or less. So if I have lines like Hitmonlee, right? Because you have Tyrogue, you have all the Hitmons. That's 4. And all of the Pokemon that I have designated for this area, or mostly, have 4 stages or more. So they're gonna have either variations of the design to accommodate that, or, for example, I plan on making under the waterfall a little cave home, and it'll be like a little training dojo for the Hitmons. So I think that'd be really sick. So I plan on doing that at some point. They're gonna come here. I think I also gonna put, what is it, the Poliwag line? I don't know if it's the Poliwag line. I can't remember. Hey, I was thinking, I was like, because there's a lot of real estate in the walls there. So I was like, should I make like dojo one side, other Pokemon? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe the Oddish line, that's another 4. There's gonna be a tower of Eevees. Yeah, like, I have this vision for, it's gonna be so stupid, but it's gonna be a multicolored tower. And it's, damn it, I pressed B too many times. And it's gonna be the Eevee Tower. It's gonna replace where the little like lake house was. I'm gonna build a giant tower, and it's gonna have an elevator, and then you're gonna have every evolution there. It's gonna be so stupid, and I'm so excited to do it. I don't want to build the structures for the Pokemon I don't have yet, which is a problem because I haven't been grinding out Pokemon because I have nowhere to put them. But I don't want to make the structures because I don't have the Pokemon I want to put yet. So a bit counterintuitive. I think I might just build all the structures and the main areas first, then grind them out in True Town, and then move them all. Cause you can fast travel with Pokemon. If you have a house and you hit return home and you have a Pokemon following you, they will travel with you to your house. So you can just fast travel back and forth and get all the Pokemon where they need to be. And you don't have to actually walk between. Because if you had to walk between, I would be having a whole different conversation right now. I would not. No, the Pokemon are going to be where they are. Screw that. I'm not going for all that hassle. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I got better things to do than to walk some of these Pokemon because they're so slow. Some of them are so slow, but others are so fast. And it's the slow ones that kill me. Surprisingly, I think Goomy is actually slower than Slowpoke. And I'm like, it's in the name. It's in the name. I know Goomy is like a slug, like, goo, so it's Goomy, but Slowpoke's whole thing is being slow. How is it not the slowest? Like, does that not confuse anyone? Ooh. Wait, that one goes hard, though. I'll take that. Watch, I'm gonna skip over one of these items that I'm gonna be searching for later for, like, hours. Be like, oh yeah, you need this for one specific habitat for a single Pokemon. And I'm like, oh, fun. Huh. I know people have already designed islands or like towns you can go visit, and you'll be able to take photos, and then you'll be able to recreate or what, I don't even remember what it's called. The Pokemon Center, you can reconstruct items from photos. But like from other islands. So you can go to another island, take photos of like, hey, here's all the like exclusive items, and then bam, you got them all. But I mean, that's it. That's the mechanic. So I can't really do much about that. Let's go. Big money, big money. Look at this. See, this is gonna be a big haul. Ooh, a set. I love when I get sets. How many things did I get? One? Oh, it just was one. I thought it was gonna show me like more. Air conditioner. Wait, does the air conditioner actually work? Like, will it make the Pokemon happy if it's like hotter or colder? Because like that would be huge. That'd be huge for the houses, because some of the Pokemon are always complaining. And I'm like, well, buddy, you're in an environment that you're just not suited for. Like, God, it's so hot as you stand next to lava, and I'm like, well, I mean, like, buddy, like, yeah. I'm trying my best here. A part of me was like, do I build everything on stream? Like, do I terraform and do everything on stream? And I kind of was like, eh. I don't know. This has been my go-to for the time being, like, unwinding game at night. You know, like lay in bed, bed rot. But instead of doom scrolling, it's Pokopia. Oh, that's huge. It's like gambling. It's awesome. End of statement. Alright, there's enough Pokemon talk. Let's chat about random stuff, guys. If there's anyone watching right now, you can throw in something random in the chat. But let me see, what's on the brain today? I've been thinking a lot about Ben 10 recently. I really like Ben 10. And a conversation like no, it's recently, I don't know what place is making it. They're making like a new Ben 10 comic series because the show's been dead for a while. Shocker. And the designs for the aliens are something else. They're not bad, they're just terrifying. Like, the aliens went from like kind of like I feel like before Ben 10 kind of was like, it had like the Pokemon vibe, kind of, where it's like you'd see a new alien, it's like, oh my god. But then now, the artwork, the way they're depicted, it's like, oh, these are like monsters. Like, I think kaiju look better than this in like a friendly way. Like, none of the designs I've seen are like bad, except I don't know if Cannonbolt was real or not. The Cannonbolt one, I was like, okay, this is what we're doing then, huh? I mean, that was the one I think everyone was talking about in the fandom. They're like, oh god, why is this what we're getting? Why? Can we not do this? I know Ben 10 is very nostalgic for me, and I think each series has its charm. even the reboot, I feel like each facet of the franchise has its pros and cons. Like classic, I mean, you can't go wrong with classic. Uh, I'm someone who actually likes Omniverse. Funny enough, I think I enjoyed Omniverse more than Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, only because it had color. And like, I loved Alien Force's story when I watched it, but when you watch it, everything is black. There's oh my god, the lighting in Alien Force. I think Ultimate Alien they kind of fixed it. That there was still a bit of that, but like OG Alien Force. Oh my god, I remember I have like an old DVD of like the first like 10 episodes. And it's like episode like 2. It's just black at some points. Like you just see the green of Ben and nothing else. And I'm like, all right, I think you could put a bit more lighting in your goddamn show. Like I would like to be able to see the animation, because if you brighten up Alien Force with like you take a screenshot of any episode of Alien Force and that's hard to see, you up the brightness with like any imaging software, and you're gonna see so much artwork, like so much line work and stuff in the background, because they have all these backgrounds that they just decided were like, hey, what if everything was one color, including the lines? Like, there's nothing popping out, so you look at it and your eyes are just like, okay, that's the background. Maybe it's just me thing. I don't. Let me know. Let me know. And before anyone asks, favorite alien is feedback. I'm a sucker for, I don't know, they like feedback is designed to be the cool alien, and I saw it feedback and I was like, yeah, no, they made the cool alien. The thing that got me with feedback is he has a song. If you, I don't know if some people I feel like never realize this. Feedback has his own like insert theme that plays sometimes when he shows up. At least in like the first season of Omniverse. I don't think they I think they stopped using it at some point. But like the first few seasons he has a theme, and it's always like, if you're giving the alien its own song, the I'm like, all right, that's already sick. But it like conceptually, he's just a cool alien. Like he's not like a pure electric alien like others, because especially at this point in the show, Ben had so many aliens that had full electric powers, or they had access to a electric based ability or move, and he can just take so much different like forms of energy. And I actually, a lot of people I feel like didn't like it. I liked the filter on the voice. I thought it was so sick how they actually went about Feedback's voice. But yeah, it's a personal thing. I know I'm gonna be honest. Ben 10 aliens, no misses. Straight up no misses. I don't think there's a bad alien in the arsenal. I even count like the worst Walkatrout, no misses. Like I will kind of, okay, maybe I won't down the hill. I don't think there's a bad alien in Ben 10. That, at least that in the watch. And I'm including the reboot. The like, what, 3 reboot exclusives? I don't think there's a bad alien design. I shouldn't think they just cooked with all of them. Maybe this is just a lot of bias showing. But it's just how I feel. How I feel. I don't know what it is. I just keep seeing Ben 10 stuff. Like anywhere on the internet that I go, I just keep getting like Ben 10. And I'm like, I don't know why, but like I'm here for it. You'll never catch me complaining about seeing Ben 10 stuff, right? So it's been on my mind so much. I don't know, I hope one day it comes back for kids. Like, I love that show. I just thought it was a good show. Even like, because I rewatched a lot of it. I rewatched a lot of classic and Alien Force. I didn't rewatch Omniverse. I feel like Omniverse, you don't have to rewatch it. You get the gist the first time. No, it's I was able to easily find services that could play Alien Force in Classic. I couldn't find anything with a consistent, like, here's all of Omniverse in one site. So I never, like, rewatched it. Big fan of Ben 10, though. Big fan. Especially episode, like, the thing with me is I think Classic probably has the best episodes. Like, I think the highs of Classic are the highs of the franchise, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but it's like a me thing. And the reason I say that is it's like the Alien introduction episodes, like Cannonball for the first time, or like Ben getting master control for the first time and actually seeing him mess with the aliens. Because by Alien Force, especially with the more story focus of Alien Force, and it wasn't like episodic like Classic, if they didn't focus on the aliens and anything cool, you'd amount to like, oh, that's cool because of Ben. But in Classic, you kind of root for each of the aliens, and it's like, it's special whenever you see a certain one show up. Because you're like, you never know which one Ben is going to turn into. Because even if it shows on the dial, like, that means nothing. That means nothing. He could dial up any alien. It's whatever that shows up. But I always was like, it felt like just like an event every time he transformed, especially with the original sequences. I mean, listen, say whatever you want about Alien Force, Omniverse, even the reboot. The original transformation sequences in Ben 10 go so hard to this day. And I mean, I so wish every alien in Classic had a transformation sequence. Because I know there was a lot of one-off aliens, like what are they called now? Blitzwolfer, Snarrow, Frankenstrike, because they got renamed. Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm trying to, is there? No. Vampire was Omniverse, he wasn't in Classic. But like the monster Pokemon, I was like, those, I feel like those would be such like classic transformations. Like, Snarrow, I think would be pretty sick. Because they could go, I feel like they could have done, it would have been like, upgrade, kind of. And he had a cool transformation. I don't know. I'm just yapping about Ben 10 now. I just really liked it. There's a lot of older shows that I don't wish we're still around. I'm glad when a show actually gets a proper ending. And it's like, okay, it's a complete package. And I don't think everything needs to get rebooted. But there are some, like, categories of shows that I'm like, I wish this existed now and was, like, easily accessible for kids. Because I think there's merit to kids watching shows like that. I mean, I think having a show like Tom and Jerry, as dumb as this is going to sound, I think Tom and Jerry, you got to keep that one around. Only because the concept, cat and mouse, and that's as basic as it gets for explaining cat and mouse, because it's a cat and a mouse. But classic slapstick and like cartoons and stuff, oh my god, yeah, I feel like you need that for kids. Like those classic simple cartoons, like they can just turn their brain off and have some fun just watching a cat and a mouse. That's it. That's all you need for little kids to get some good quality enjoyment. And I know some people be like, oh, but the violence. And I'm like, listen, the cartoony violence of like those older cartoons are so cartoony and outlandish. I'm like, if the kid's able to recreate it at that point, I'm impressed. Where do you get the anvil? Where do you get the random gun? Where do you get this or that? Because it's a lot of it was prop based. They just pulled stuff randomly out of their asses and called it like a weapon or something. I don't know. I'm definitely nostalgic for that. I'm not crazy for the Looney Tunes, though. I feel like that's where everyone is like, oh my god, classic cartoons, and it's like the slapstick and all that. Like, I'm not crazy for the Looney Tunes, but the Looney Tunes show on Cartoon Network, I think, has some of the most batshit insane stuff that I can't help but love it. Like, the recharacterization of Lola Bunny in that show needs to be studied, because that is somehow the best version of Lola Bunny. And she's just actually insane. And I love her for that. And it also has some great memes. Years later, great memes. The amount of times I have laughed at seeing Daffy Duck scream, "Turn off the water." And it plays to the most, like, angelic music someone can find in the background. Generally, art. Art, right there. I mean, I think the Looney Tunes show would be better if they didn't do, like, the random, like, cutaways. Like, if they just had the main episode, and it was, like, these very silly, cartoony characters in the most mundane situations. It's like, it's silly and fun. It's just silly and fun. I'm trying to think, what are other shows I was, like, I really, not really liked, but, like, I wish was, like, still around. I don't know. I don't keep up with kids' entertainment. Shocking. I have no reason to. I don't have a kid. So I don't really care what's currently being broadcast. I could just talk about what I remember. Yeah, I don't know. I think I had to, like, I had to sit on that for a bit, and I had to think about that, but I watched a lot of shows as a kid. There wasn't much to do for me as a kid, so it was a lot of, you know, what's on the network today? What random crap am I gonna find and watch today? I don't know. I don't think we need to reboot everything and retell the same stories. That's the thing for me that kills me with reboots is it's like, okay, you're retelling a story. Regardless if it needs to be retold or not, wouldn't it be cheaper to rerun it? Like, listen, how many shows have been rebooted and it's the same shit? It same verse as the first, same as the first one, right? If you're gonna just do that, then why? And I get doing your own thing sometimes, like Ben 10, the Ben 10 reboot, even though it was, I feel like it wasn't. They could have still been airing Omniverse, like, reruns if they really wanted to. Like, I feel like they didn't need to reboot it when they did, but they did. Well, it did stuff differently. And obviously, it was very much a different vibe from the other seasons. It definitely felt... It felt like Omniverse. Like, it felt like early Omniverse, but with classic characters. And I don't know, maybe it's because the aliens just felt more of the same. They all kind of just made one-liners. I don't know, I've only seen clips, because I was just curious. I've only seen clips. I think I've watched one full episode of the reboot. Like, I watched, like, the pilot, like, the first episode, and I called it there. I was like, I've seen all I need. Some shows, some like worlds, I think it's cool to see like a universe or a world that someone's developed in different ways. But does it need to be with the same characters? Is my question, right? For example, say we get something new for, I don't know, Steven Universe. Because I believe that was in the conversation at some point. And I love Steven Universe. I think it's probably the best American cartoon. Like, hands down. And I know some people hate on that show. And they hate on the fandom. And the fandom. Yeah. I got nothing to say about the fandom. Never touched that. I'm never touching that with 10-foot pole. But the show itself, I loved it. I thought it was such a fun show. Between how sometimes it was episodic and sometimes it felt more narrative, but they kind of bounced back and forth a lot. And it didn't really mess with the flow. You know, because sometimes you just need like a breather, and those, I don't know, maybe that's just me being a bit more optimistic with how the pacing was in the show, because I know at least season 1, a lot of people were like, okay, most of it nonsense. I'm like, yeah, like you can probably skip most of season 1 and still get the best parts of the show. I don't know, I feel like season one is the introduction to the world, and once you're introduced, I feel like that's when it's like this. That's when I personally was like locked in. I was like, all right, this is a show I gotta keep up with. Also, the best appearance of Uncle Grandpa like, I think Uncle Grant also, that's huge, double Mew. The Uncle Grandpa crossover unironically is funny, and it's so much better than Uncle Grandpa's actual show. But it was written by, I think it's really funny, the Steven Universe episode with Uncle Grandpa was, I don't know if it was co-written. Well, it was co-written, but I think it was primarily written by the Uncle Grandpa team. Or they had a big hand in it. So it's crazy to me how that feels so much better than anything in the show in Uncle Grandpa. I can't speak much on that show because I think I caught one episode. Like, it was like on in the background and I'm doing something else. Because for a long time I would keep, like, I would be doing like homework, and in the background I'd keep having cartoons on but never actually be watching them. I never do that anymore, that's for certain. Nowadays, if I have something going, it's music at best. I, you know, nowadays cannot focus if I have something I actually want to watch. If I have something that I want to do, I can have a video going in the background and pay attention to both. But when it comes to like classwork, oh my god, no. I can't have a video going because then my brain is like, all right, suffer and work, or just enjoy this content. And what sucks, I swear, every time I put a video on for and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this video before, it always is like, oh my god, I know this video is gonna be an absolute banger. So I end up typically, I'll like pause it, I'm like, all right, I gotta finish this later. And I gotta put like junk YouTube. Like those trash YouTube videos I can find. Or videos I've already seen. Because at least then it's like, I need the sound, but I need to ignore it. At that point, I just turn it off, but I think you see what I mean. YouTube's a different place, man. Back in my day, no. The only thing about YouTube that is always on my mind is, how do they fumble live streaming? How is YouTube not like the platform period for content on the internet? Excluding like adult stuff? Like, how is it not all on YouTube? How did they fumble their streaming services so badly? That's the part that I never understood. Even back, well, I guess at some point there was a time where I guess you couldn't really stream on YouTube, or like you couldn't stream as easily as you could on like Twitch. But at least nowadays, I feel like they should have their shit together, and they don't. I say as I'm streaming on their platform. I say as I'm on the platform currently. No, there is one thing, and it's more of a personal thing, really. I feel like there's not enough. Maybe it's just the content, not the content I consume, but the content that gets given to me. I feel like there's not enough horny baiting men for people. I feel like that's an untapped market on YouTube. Because I feel like I know there's been many in the past, but let me rephrase that. There's not enough genuinely good human beings under the horny bait. Because how many of those creators that are like trying to be like dudes, like trying to show off or whatever, end up doing something terrible and illegal, and you can't justify it. You just can't justify it. We need more good slutty men on the internet. I would offer myself if I could, but I can't. Because I don't have it in me. I don't have the abs to give me the confidence level to then act like that with my face. Maybe if I had the VTuber setup, maybe then. But I don't know. This is definitely just a me issue. It's just I feel like there should be more men gooner baiting and being like, what's up? I don't know. Everyone over sexualizes women, and in my opinion, we need to be over sexualizing men. I think it's less of an untapped market and more of I just think it'd be fun. If everyone's over sexualized, no one's over sexualized. That's a terrible lesson. Don't listen to me. In all honesty, though, a woman always gets the short end of the stick, unfortunately. It is a problem with society. Is that a hot take? I don't even think that's a hot take. I think that's just a fact. It's like I feel like now it's like, okay, I'm getting too close to the whoa, what are you saying? What are you saying? Let's reel it back. In all honesty, I've talked about it before. I don't watch VTubers. I watch a lot of VTuber drama related things because I eat that shit up. I eat the slop up. I eat that shit up. But the thing for me is I think it'd be so fun to stream as a character. And I know a lot of people do it for like hiding their identity, and it's a completely valid reason. But for me, who isn't scared of that by the fact that there's a big ass webcam in the corner, I think it'd be just fun where it's like, okay, stream, and the whole time you're just kind of like in this character. You can still be yourself and be like, okay, I like this, I don't like those, but like in character, you're like, I don't know. I don't know enough about VTubers still. I just know that they're always in controversy, and it's always the most insane, amusing stuff for an outsider. When you don't have to deal with controversy, it's entertaining. Terrible mindset, but it's just true. Like, people watch violent movies, but they don't want to partake in it. They don't want to be causing the violence, and they want to be receiving any violence. They just want to watch it. Because when it's not done to them, more enjoyable. It's the same mentality of like how people like you're gonna laugh if someone makes a joke about you. I don't care who you are. Even if you laugh at it, it'll be funnier if someone made a joke about someone else. It is pure psychology. That is pure like I don't remember the full like all the details about it, but I know that for like a fact. You know, that'd be a good conversation. I feel like I don't think I talk about this at all. I'm actually super into psychology and like understanding people and their minds. I know, completely out of left field. And for me, it's always been such a special thing because I genuinely am interested in learning about it. And like, I will look up stuff, look up like articles, or like I'll skim through because I refuse to read as a just on principle. No, I'm not a reader. I'll literally look at like findings and like understands like, all right, so this is kind of what we know right now about like how the human brain works, how people are currently understanding it. And for me, especially when I was younger, a lot of people would like, I felt like I was always the one in the friend group who was like kind of the therapist where it's like they go to you for their problems even if you're not the person for it. And being able to better understand like, hey, this is kind of like, this could be a sign of something, like if there maybe like you got to read body language, you got to do the I've learned a lot through it, and it's something I'm like very interested in. I have no interest in pursuing it as like legitimate like as a career or like I okay, I guess that's kind of a lie. I think the idea of being a therapist, I was like, that's something I actually would like to do. I think being able to sit down, talk to people, help them out, that would be something I could do. Like as a person, I feel like I could do that. And the thing for me is, for one, there's so much more out there to understand. And I know the basics. Like I've tried teaching myself the basics and understanding from experience. But like I know it goes so much deeper. It goes so much deeper than what I know. And that combined with the fact that I don't want to feel like I'm scamming people out of their money. Because therapists, and, you know, it's understandable. Therapists cost a lot of money. And typically, the reason they cost a lot of money, to my current understanding, is it's, for one, they have to get a doctorate, and that costs a lot of money. And two, they typically have like a quaint little office space. And that kind of pays for that and like employees. The big cost of therapist is more of like they also need to survive. They can help you, but the reason it costs so much is because in order to help you and like keep helping others, they just need the money. They're so in debt. Which is unfortunate. Because it's so weird when you think about it, but like therapists need as much, technically speaking, they need as much like school as like a person you have to see once a year, like your pediatrician, you know? Which, when you say it out loud, you're kind of like, oh, that is weird when you think about it. Why are they required that much? But then you got to realize, like, okay, well, yes, there's a lot to understand there. There is a lot to understand about the human being, the human mind. At that, you can't even. The thing I kind of took away the most, especially because I've been interested in it for a long time, so I've had a lot of time to like research stuff. And the biggest takeaway is you can't sum up a person, period. Like, you can't compare people and have that be like an answer to a problem. You can't look at something and just be like, all right, this is that person. People are so much more complicated than a simple statement like that. And it does such a disservice to that person, because you can be like, this person's funny, right? And obviously many take it as a compliment, but there's so much more to someone than that. There's so much more to someone on like a deeper level. And it's kind of realizing things like that that just were like, all right, I'm so I want to know more. I need to know more because I want to know how what's the best way to act. How should I be going about my day to day in a way that's kind of like I'm not accidentally hurting the people around me? Because that's always like a big fear. I mean, for a lot of people, for me personally, it's like I'm always scared of like I'll say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and now they're upset. They misinterpret something, and obviously we're all people. You know, it's completely valid. That happens all the time. It's not really anyone's fault for mistakes like that. But I would personally just like to avoid that and just everyone, we're all doing good. Like everyone's doing good. We don't have to worry about that sort of stuff. Everyone's just happy. It's all good. Avoid confrontation. That's a me thing. I would like to avoid all forms of confrontation. It feels unnecessary. And I mean, like, what was the post I saw? It's like, please never text me, hey, we need to talk, because I will be vomiting. Or it's like, I will feel like I need to be vomiting. Like, that's the most real post I've seen in a long time. But yeah, that's a bit more about me. I'm very into psychology and the study of the mind and how people are able to learn from each other and how we're able to understand each other better. It truly is just something I'm so curious about. I just want to know more about people. I want to get to know people better. And knowing them on like I guess a pseudo fundamental level like that, for me it goes a long way. Like I feel so much better because I'm like, well, now I'm able to kind of like, okay, why does a person do this thing? Why does a person do that? Right? And that's always a question that comes to mind, especially in conflict. And conflict is unfortunately unavoidable. As much as I want to avoid like confrontation, that stuff's kind of always unavoidable. And you are able to kind of learn so much when you take that moment and you just process it. Like, why exactly did so and so do this? And I didn't grow up watching it, but like my mom loved watching like crime stuff, like crime shows. Um, or like the shows in like court, like Judge Judy. And hearing like reasoning, fake or real, it's always like, well, why are you saying this thing? Why did you do that thing? And obviously that's what the judges and those like cop dramas and stuff, that's what they're trying to figure out. But then it's like it's kind of like, for me it felt kind of like not for the fake ones, I didn't feel comfortable to having this mindset watching like the real one. Like real, like a court case. But like in I'm trying to think, like, what, CSI, is that what one of them is called? CSI. I always was kind of like, okay, person like kills this person, I'm like, what is the motivation? And I would kind of take that as like a challenge, like, okay, I'm the audience of the show, can I figure it out with the context provided and my understanding of like just people? Why would a person be willing to do something like that? Or like what brought them to this point? And sometimes it would be kind of out of left field where it's like, oh, here's the reason. And it's like, okay, well, I didn't realize they were doing drugs or whatever. But then other times it's kind of like, okay, so they were put in like such a bad position, and it's like, well, they're in this spot, they feel like they don't have a way out, they see a way out, even if it's not something they agree with, which is why they're like turning themselves in or something. Like, that was me watching those shows. As dumb as that might sound, that was me watching those shows. It's just so interesting to me. It truly is so interesting. I could go on about it for ages. I mean, I'll be honest, like, I could straight up do like a live stream. It'd be too many times. I could do a live stream and just be like, all right, chat, today I'm gonna explain my understanding of psychology. I can't promise it's gonna make sense or it's gonna be valid, but I can explain it, and then I can help. I would love to not be a trained therapist, but it's like, chat, what's your problems? Like, you know, talk to me. What's going on? What's going on? What is bothering you guys? What can I do to help? I think that'd be awesome. I don't actually. I think that might be illegal. I'm not planning to be a therapist, but if I'm like, hey, I would like to help, I don't know if that counts as like a false therapist. Or like, yeah, I don't actually know. I don't know if I did that, if that would be like bad. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe. Oh. Also, I did see the game say there's a chance for more, like, what is it, relics and ruins, and I'm like, right, well, I mean, like, I would love to finish the stupid tablet. So, I mean, if the game's gonna tell me, hey, you can get more, you got a better chance of getting something, well, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna finally leave the loading screen. Okay, we have Acrotique City. Neat. I'm so curious how they decided on the songs for this game, because I feel like Pokemon could easily figure out what the fans would like. You know, like, I feel like they know. It's like, okay, Accumula Town, it's like Driftdale City and stuff. It's like people love that in a music player. But I think Driftdale City's in the game, but I don't think Accumula Town is. And that's like the song on the internet. Also, I'm fully convinced I could create an army of goddamn Bastiodon fossils, because I feel like that's the only Pokemon fossil I get in this game. Also, the shock when I found out there's fossils, but there's no Ammonite and Amistar, Kabuto, Kabutops in a Kanto-based game like this. I'm still in shock. I'm like, you're telling me they specifically were like, hey, we want Bastiodon for this game, you know? Also, we pulled it. I didn't even know you could get plushies from Shining Spots, but right, we have an Eevee. We do have an Eevee. I think I have all the dolls, like all the plushies, because I have a substitute. I got one yesterday. I was just like minding my own business, and it was like, game was like, here's a substitute doll. I was like, I guess I have a substitute doll. And I think there, what I'm trying to think, what is it? There's the Ditto, which I was able to find as well. Eevee, Pikachu. I have Arcanine and Dragonite. I have Eevee, Pikachu. I have Ditto. I have the substitute doll. Is that it? 6? I think it's 6. Oh wait, is it 6 including substitute or not? I'm gonna say I have all of the plushies. At least I think I do. I very much, I very much may not. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, totally, totally. I forgot I had a little Gastrodon spawn here. I will say, I appreciate that you can get all of the forms of Pokemon like Gastrodon and Toxtricity that are in the game. That it'd be really, at least for me, I would hate if it was like, all right, you get one. Or like one per save or something. I was like, man. So I'm happy they actually made the effort to do that. I will say, I'm surprised there's only one Rotom in the game, and you can't have it be other forms. Like, I feel like that's like such an obvious kind of move. Like, yeah, Rotom can infect other appliances, or you can befriend a few different Rotoms of different appliance varieties and they have different abilities or something. Like, I feel like that's like such an obvious move, but I'm surprised they didn't. I know there's been the rumor mill started. Apparently we're getting an update soon with like bug fixes, maybe new events or something. What? And I do want to say, I don't think this game is bad, like mechanically or buggy in any way. I haven't experienced anything. I've gotten the game to crash once, but I was testing time traveling and I was like talking to an NPC. I was like doing like 4 things, stopped the game, time traveled like a month, came back, and I got black screened. And like, okay, maybe I was doing a bit too much that time, but for the most part, I don't think I've run into like any issues with this game. Straight up, I think this game has run perfectly fine. I haven't had any like slowdowns, I haven't had any major glitches again, but besides that one crash. Okay, we have one new mysterious slate. Oh my, if I was able to get all the slates on this stream, that would be insane. I don't even know how many I'm missing. Let me think. Because what, there's 27? I have at least 9. So I'm gonna say I'm missing 18. I will say I did discover that naturally. I didn't really look at much of this game, like online or like discussions, before I was playing it on my own. So like I discovered the slates and the little like Mew room on my own, which is really cool. Playing this game and not looking at the internet for the first part was so fun and weird, because Pokemon has been, I was like, when has been the last Pokemon game that is released that we haven't had the game destroyed on like a code level, like 1 and 0, to the point where you can understand everything about the damn game and what is cut content and what, like, it feels like it has been ages since I've been able to play a Pokemon game basically blind. Like, I don't know what to expect in this game, and nor do I want to. I was just able to have fun with it. And that, it's just such a special experience that I feel like you can't get it. When you're on the internet so much, you just can't get some experiences anymore. And playing a game completely blind is one of them. I feel like if any game, especially older ones, like the older it gets, the more likely you have seen something. Even if it doesn't make any sense to you, you've probably seen something. And I'm going to exclude trailers from this conversation because that's marketing, and it's kind of like, they need to sell the game, so you gotta know some stuff. But like, I don't know. Oh, what up, J-Mang? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. I know it's not the usual time, but it's a special week here at True Blue Live. I'm never saying the full name of the channel again. That was awful. That's awful. It's really funny. At any time before I started live streaming, my friends were always like, so why are you called live at the end? And I'm like, so True Blue was taken. And I needed something. And I didn't want numbers. So I was like, what's the next best thing? It's like a lot of people have live on their name. Usually because they live stream. And I was like, maybe one day I'll live stream. And would you look at that? Look at where we are now. How things have changed. You know, the world is so much brighter. Yeah, I know, now your comments show up on the screen. The whole setup's different. J-Ming. It's been a while. I finished all Kirby, all those streams. I love every time I come here, there's just an upset Combusken. Bro, there's no joy, no whimsy in this Combusken, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what you want me to do, man. I'm trying to, like, build and, like, do stuff, and you're over here just always upset. And I can't be bothered to learn why. Oh my god, Zubat, what do you want? Okay, so you want no light? I want no life. Alright. The game said there would be more, like, sparkly spots and shit. And would you notice how, like, I seemingly have found, like, nothing? Call some bull. I was promised sparkles. And I was promised some good stuff. Okay, how many relics have we pulled so far? 1. We have... The game said I would be getting more relics today. And that somehow has not been true. Let me fill in the gaps. I don't want all these gaps, even though I'll be terraforming this one day. And completely redesigning it anyway. I'm debating if I want to actually make this, like, Viridian City, or if I want to, like, just do my own thing, like I am with the other one already. 100% that I'm fixing the SS and I'm making that a actual beautiful ship. That I think is the first thing I'm going to do once I reach this area. I'm going to go area by area. I have so many relics too, and I'm like, I just can't be bothered to have them all checked at once because there's so many. There's so many. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what songs made it in the game. Especially after they announce a Game Boy music player. Like, the whole, as cool as that is, I feel like the novelty's gotta wear off so fast after the purchase, right? Like, I don't care what the hell kind of nostalgia you got for Pokemon Gen 1. A modern day Game Boy, like, MP3 player, I don't think that's it. Also, the fact that the songs, you have to, to my understanding, they're stored on the device itself, and the cartridge just kind of is like, hey, play this song now. And unless the songs are stored on the cartridge, which, like, if that's the case, then they could make more. Which, okay, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, if they released like gold silver cartridges or like, okay, if they made Game Boy styled cartridges for the gens afterwards so they could fit in the music player, I'm not gonna lie, that would be honestly really cool. But like, still, the novelty's gotta wear off so fast. Especially when you can listen to all of those songs so easily with a Google search on YouTube. No, nothing. Nothing. Oh yeah. I don't even know what the chance of this happening are and what that actually means. Like, is there... Like, is that a good thing? If it starts smoking and is like, hey, it's about to explode. Why does the random thing I'm digging want to explode if I pick it up and it's a can? Like, I'd understand it if it was like, hey, it's an explosive. I don't think Pokemon would give us explosives. No, we have Pokemon moves like Explosion and Self-Destruct. I think just a general bomb would not be too out of the realm of possibility for Pokemon. I could see it. Oh wait, no. Rocky Ridges. I also heard online you can rename the 4 areas in base game, and I was like, where is that? Truly, where is that? I've finished this game and I still don't know where the heck that is. Oh, J-Mang. If you have no other reference, then yes, this is Animal Crossing Pokemon. But here's my thing. If you want to play this game, don't go in with that expectation. This game is so different from Animal Crossing in so many ways. It's so much closer to so many other games that are like cozy games, like life sim games. I truly, I said it earlier in the stream, but like, going around saying this is Animal Crossing Pokemon will do so much damage for people, because they'll spend $70, get this game, and it truly is so different. Like, I can't stress enough, this game is not... It's missing a lot of what I feel like people like about it. There's no bug catching, there's no... Okay, I guess there kind of is fishing, but like, not. It's not the same. There's no mortgages. There's no, I feel like there's a lot of charm to Animal Crossing being the way it is. And this game is so much more free than Animal Crossing. It's just, I find it hard to compare. Truly, I find it hard to compare. They just feel so different to me. But they're both good games. Like, if someone was like, hey, should I get Pokopia or Animal Crossing? I would say both. You'll get a different experience. Like, that's how I see it. Like, you're not gonna get the same experience from either game. You'll get different experiences, and you might have more fun with one. If there's a certain, if you actually really like Pokemon, then I would definitely say Pokopia. But I mean, if you want a more general life sim game, I would probably say Animal Crossing. I think Pokopia is, it fills a different void or niche, in my opinion. Also, it's raining. Why would I have to cool this down? So we are still at 1 slate when the game said, hey, you'll get more slates. Okay, so apparently complaining works, so I'm just gonna keep complaining. just like literally showed up exactly when I was like, hey. So we're at 2. Unfortunately, this game is a Switch 2 exclusive, J-Bang. Yeah, unfortunately. And I think I know why. I think I know why the Switch 2 exclusive. And it's because of the Pokemon. I think, with how it's programmed, that this game, like, I don't think the Switch one will be able to handle all of the Pokemon. Because I'm pretty sure they're all still doing their own thing even when they're not on the screen. And there are limits. Like, it caps at like 30 Pokemon, the rest just kind of despawn, and the game is like, okay, well, they are in the town, but like you have to manually find a way to get them to respawn. And that's very easy to do. You just use honey or the search feature. But like even then search doesn't work if they're fully despawned, so. But I don't know. The thing is, it's like this game, the Pokemon are still doing stuff. They're walking around, they're interacting with stuff. They have minimal AI, but it's kind of like, okay, if you have 30 things running around, minimum, I'm willing to believe that's the reason. Because I know damn well the rest of this game could be Switch 1. With the exception of how the Pokemon are handled, I fully believe this game could be a Switch 1 game. That and the animated, the interactive loading screens, that I think might be Switch 2 as well. As dumb as it sounds, I fully think this game would not be able to load if it had interactive loading screens on Switch 1. But if you want to play a game like this on Switch 1, it does exist. There's Dragon Quest Builders. Dragon Quest Builders 2 in particular, that game has so much content, and it runs better on other platforms, of course, but like, I didn't have any issues with it running on my Switch 1. I straight up, I don't think I can name you a single time that game like didn't work. It always worked fine. So, take that what you will. I personally think this game, if they downgraded it a little, I feel like the Pokemon are the main reason, but I think if they downgraded it a little, it could have been a Switch 1 game. You know, I don't know if that's like heresy or whatever, but I don't know. That's just me. I feel like this game didn't need to be a Switch 2 exclusive. Also, I know I got new fossils. Wing fossil. I have no clue how this one has been structured. I've been waiting for the body. Oh. Oh. Why? Oh, this is bit okay. Oh, he's like, oh, the Aerodactyl body's like flying. Okay. So we do this. The head. Head goes there. Wing. Wait. That one goes there. I think I still need a tail. Yeah. Aerodactyl's missing a tail. Tyrantrum's missing a head. Aurora's is missing everything. Is this a different one, or? Headbutt fossil. Is Rampardos in this game? Okay, maybe I'm missing all of Rampardos, I guess. Okay, then. The fact that I'm at 2 slates kills me. The game literally said, hey, you're gonna get more slates today. You have boosted odds. I've gone from... I would typically find maybe 1. I have found 2. Boosted odds my ass. God, if this game had shiny Pokemon. This game, I don't think would have the reviews it did if you could shiny hunt Pokemon. Because the amount of people that would be resetting their entire save for the prospect of we're gonna get a shiny. Like, be a different timeline. All the CDs I got. We can go to the next area. When I first unlocked this, I was like, what do you mean Skylands? What do you mean we're going to Skylands? Where's Spyro? Where's Gilgrunt? Where's Trigger Happy? Where's my boy Dino Ring? You can't tell me we're going to Skylands in the Big 26 and expect me to not want to see my guys, my Skylanders. Truly, it is so funny. When you take Toys to Life away from a game like Skylanders, it's the most mid-ass game you've ever played in your life. But because it's Toys to Life, it's so magical. It's so magical. And I know that some people are going to say, no, it's dumb. And I'm going to say, I mean, you're not wrong, but I love it. Slamming plastic down and trying to just watch what happened to the zoo character. It's like, oh, man. What happened to the humans? Oh my god, this game's lore. So, to my understanding, I mean, like, I can go through... I want to collect all of the, like, human entries and go through everything on stream and, like, try piecing it together, because no one's really, like, done that yet. To my understanding from just playing this game, worlds went to doo-doo. Why? I genuinely don't know. I don't know what they did, but the humans messed up. They messed up bad. The world's terrible. Global warming is real in Pokemon. And they fled to space. They all went to space with the help of Team Rocket. Team Rocket was the main, like, hey, people, we're going to space. And it's Team Rocket. Because they got the rocket. It's Kanto. So Team Rocket helped all the Cantonians shoot themselves off into space and be safe from the global warming. And the Pokemon all went into, like, hibernation. It was like mass hibernation for the Pokemon because they just needed a way to survive. And the humans just left them to die, basically. And that's why you have a Pikachu whose whole thing is it can't use electricity because it used up its electricity to save its friends. Which is not only the most tragic story I think I've ever had to witness within Pokemon, but why is it pure electric type and not normal? Is my question. Okay. This is the thing that pisses me off most about this game, and I stand by this. Here's the Pokedex, right? You can see the new forms for Pokemon. We'll get to you. And, like, Snorlax, but it's covered in moss, right? It's still normal type. It's just covered in moss and like little things like that. Like, I get it. But they went out of their way to future-proof Rotom and give it electric normal. They future-proofed it. If they want to give Rotom a new form in the next generation of Pokemon, in Pokemon Champions, whatever, Stereo Rotom is electric normal. They future-proofed it. So, the types, even if they're irrelevant in this game, they still exist in the game. Why is it pure electric? It literally says, when its friends were sick, this Pokemon repeatedly shares electricity with them. As a result, its physical structure changed and it became able to generate electricity. It can't generate electricity, even if it can still absorb it. Why? It also, and again, look, Cal Pikachu has this white, gray, almost normal type-esque outline Normal Pikachu has a yellow. God, it irks me. It irks me so much. It irks me so much. It should be normal. It should be either normal electric or just pure normal. God, why? Why? Pikachu can't do Pikachu things. Why is it still considered electric? Should it not have lost that? Like, am I crazy for thinking that? Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna let that bother me. It's been bothering me since I booted up this game for the first time. Really went all this way to get a pencil holder, huh? Is there any? I feel like I haven't explored this area much. There might actually, you know what, funny enough, there might be more records around here. Because I kind of stuck to the main island. This is all islands. I really like this area because it's so different than like anything you'd expect. Because I mean, like, why is everything floating islands now? They are floating islands, unless they're just really tall mountains. But I don't think, no, I don't even think that's. They're called Skylands. I'm like 99% convinced they're floating islands. Well, no, they have to be, because, like, is there, like, a point here where it's like, okay, well, I guess that's just the void, or the kill plains, so. These might just be really tall mountains. Well, no, there's no way, because why would you have, like, this building, the remnants of I want to say that's supposed to be Silph or whatever. Maybe it's a department store, but I think it's Silph because this. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what that building is supposed to be. It's a big building, but I don't think it's a department store. Department store has more floors. Silph has way more floors, but like Silph would make more sense. Because I feel like this is supposed to be Saffron. It feels weird if it was Celadon. Because, like, Celadon was, like, more interconnected. Saffron had more, was just generally larger. Plus, like, you have all these ruined structures here. And it's like, if you go here, like, no, especially here, this is supposed to be Sabrina's gym. And it's like, okay. So, but again, this is what I don't get. Even if this is Sabrina's gym, the Celadon, or, no, wow, I literally said it like 5 times, and I can't think of it. The Silph would be like over here. Like on a map. But if you go from Saffron, like Fire Red Leaf Green literally came out, I can boot up the game right now and prove it. If you go from the gym in that direction, you get the department store in Celadon. So is that the department store? I don't know. But I feel like it's too close. Cool. I don't know. It feels weird if it was like, hey, here is not only the remains of Saffron, but the remains of Celadon. Because then at that point, it's like, okay, so what, Lavender is just gone? That's somehow the most fitting thing that could happen, but like, straight up, like, what, Lavender is just gone now? Or what about... the fact that this connects to from over there, that connects to what is 100% Vermilion, which makes sense in the game because that connects to get this Saffron, but that's not. Oh, I'm so confused. I wish Pokemon Company would just give an explanation. Ooh, Poppy playtime. So I've never played. I've never touched the game, but I heard about it, and I know Chapter 5 came out, and I know it didn't end at Chapter 5, and they're milking that. They're 100% milking that. Oh, yeah, GG's. And me personally, I think I've seen Astral Spiff, the YouTuber. I've seen his different speedruns and just his playthroughs of the games. And all I have to say about Poppy Playtime is did the protagonist really survive all of that in the span of like a few hours? Or like, what's the time span of events between the chapters? Because I know there was like the ARG, and there's lore and stuff. I don't know all the details, that's for sure. But did the protagonist? Do we know who it is at this point? I don't think we do. Not sure. But like, did this guy straight up kill what? Like 8 monsters at this point? Like, bro has done the work. Like, bro has assassinated so many of these poor creatures. And I guess, okay, well, some of them are like not as sentient. They're all kids, but some are like just monsters now, and some have semblance of humanity still. It's weird. So my knowledge of the lore for that game, I don't have enough to have like a full conversation about it. If someone brings it up, I'm like, yes, but like on my own, I'm like, I what letter? Oh, that's right here. And okay, I'm like 99% sure this is L. Yeah. Like, if that's not an L, I don't know what is. 6. Oh, okay. But yeah, I know about it, but I don't know enough to hold a conversation. At least I don't know enough facts. Like, I would just be yapping. Be like, all right, this is what happened, I think. Also, what's the deal with the prototype's design? Like, I thought the prototype would just be like a robot. As lame as it would sound, it's like, bro's called the prototype for a reason. I'm just saying. If anything, if the goal of the plan was to get Poppy, right? So why isn't the prototype look like Poppy? Was that not the original plan? Was the plan to always do the bigger bodies initiative? That's what I don't get. He's Ollie? Is he... So, I know he pretends to be Ollie in... What is it? Chapter 4? But was he always Ollie? Was the prototype always Ollie? Like, is there an Ollie to begin with? Or was that always the prototype? That's what I don't get. Because I think there's like a line, it's like, there was an Ollie at one point. So I'm like, was the prototype turned from, like, I just don't get it. there's so much more to the story of the prototype that we don't know. Or, well, I don't know. It might be out there and I just... I don't know. That's a very strong possibility. Oh, I had a disc in here. Whoops. I forgot about that. I know for a fact I don't have space for like any of these things. I don't want to carry all this stuff on me, so I'm gonna chuck it in here. This is like my junk chest for the... I have too many blocks, not enough storage. This as well. I think I have space for the rest of these. Oh, so many blocks, so little memory. Where do each of these go? I know the other grasses are up here. Here, I made this, and then I realized after making it, I was like, oh, I did not group these right. Like, I should have all the grasses here, like the different varieties and stuff. Like, this room needs a lot of work on it. But, like, as it stands, it does its job. It does the job. Beach sand. Or ordinary soil. I'm maxed out on that, so that's going in the other chest. Stripped soil. That's a striped. Oh, he says in one of the tapes. Okay. Okay. I will say, I think Poppy has a very good story. Like, I can't speak much on the gameplay because I haven't played it. But like, I think the story, especially as they've gone along, it's the general like story beats and like some of the cinematicness of how they go about like approaching it. I think they've done a very good job of it. Like, it ain't no game of the year, right? And I think we can all accept that. But it has its charm. I don't know, I think I just appreciate people trying to do the indie horror stories, but not just do the FNAF approach of we chuck everything at the wall and see what sticks. Like, maybe at first that's how it was, but I feel like now they have a vision and they're trying to tell it, and they're trying to tell it in like an interesting way. I'm gonna be honest though, if they don't end it on like chapter 10, or like if they end it like, oh yeah, it goes to 7 chapters, and I'm like, why? It like 5, good number. 10, good number. Anything like that is a good number for a game, like game chapters. So if they just don't do that, I don't know what to say. Like, hands down, you know, my money, I will say, my money is on we're getting another 5 chapters. Oh, did they say 6 would be the last chapter? Wow, that is so disappointing to hear. Why would you end it on... Oh, that just pisses me off. Why would you end it on 6? Like, straight up 5, like, there's, like, rules to things. Like, unintentional rules. Like, as human beings, you know, we accept things. 5 is an acceptable number for us. 6 is not. Don't get me started on the following one. Don't get me started on the following one. even then, what's it called? The spin-off Project Playtime. Is that still like a thing? Are they still working on that? Or like, has that come and gone? Is that over? That's what I'm curious about. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Okay. So what, right now Project Playtime's what? I think it's just a demo still, I think. I mean, I will say, I think Project Playtime, at least design-wise, sounds like a nightmare. Because the characters are all like, they have predetermined animations, and that's what makes them look so menacing, but still so silly at the same time. Trying to implement that in a game where someone's controlling the game, or like controlling the characters, and it's like, you can't have like mommy's like legs going all over the place. You just can't. You can't. I don't understand how they go about animating that in a reasonable way. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows what they'll end up doing with that? I will say, it does actually look like a very fun game. I'm actually excited to see how that game will turn out when it's done. Because, I mean, many people have said it before, like, indie horror games would be fun if someone could control the horror part of it. And Project Playtime, I think, encapsulates that in such an interesting way, because it takes a lot of what people like gameplay-wise, but it takes what people have been wanting just from horror, or indie horror. So, I'm so curious to see how that's gonna turn out. Anyway, we're gonna go back to grinding. See what we can get. Oh wait, no, hold up, this one. Oh, let's go, Moltres. Let's go. Hit B twice. How did I already lose all of the button inputs and like my muscle memory? It's been like half an hour. So the Poppy Playtime chat. Poppy, it's all the chatting about Poppy Playtime. It's weird to say Poppy Playtime chat, because it's like you can't tell if there's the comma. Am I referring to chat? Or am I referring to chatting? It's a just chatting stream. I get confusing. Also, I mentioned way earlier in the stream how YouTube like fumbled. I'm surprised YouTube fumbled streaming so much. Give categories. How is that not like the so obvious? Like, can I not make a stream and like categorize it as like, hey, because you have general categories for videos still, and that just falls for things. But it's like, I feel like there's some things you can't do with a video that you can do live, and vice versa. So why not give like live stream stuff? At the very least, a live stream tab. You can separate shorts, but you can't separate live streams. Again, it feels like so obvious what they have to do to fix YouTube's live streaming environment, but they don't do any of it. They just don't do any of it. God damn, I pressed B twice. I don't know, it's fun to just have a nice yap session. I wanted to live stream this game. I mean, I've been wanting to live stream for a while, and like I missed the last 2 Saturdays, I've been trying to see if I can fit it in my schedule where I have a consistent time. I'm trying to get consistent with it. I'm trying to do consistent Saturdays. I'm looking for like consistent like 7 o'clock maybe, or yeah, 7 o'clock I think is right now what I'm trying to do, like 7 to 9 minimum. I don't know how long I'd go for, because I was looking back to my old live streams. I realized I somehow did like 6 hours once without realizing. And for some people, that's like such a long time to live stream, like be live doing something. Like how can you manage? When I first started doing YouTube and I had like my old Let's Plays, I used to do straight up like 8 hour sessions of recording. For some reason, my brain was like, that's definitely normal. And you can tell. If you watch those videos, you can tell what videos are at the start of a recording session and at the end. Because by the end, I'm so dead mentally. And I'm like, I've run out of, like, my brain has, like, run out of topics to yap about. Which is really funny. Because I didn't have to do that to myself. I could have just done a different recording session. But I was like, no, I gotta do it. I gotta record everything in this one sitting. Like, the last batch of Breath of the Wild and the last batch of Shining Pearl, I recorded both of those in like one long session. Different sessions, of course, but like each game. I want to say I recorded like 6 episodes of Breath of the Wild in one sitting, and I did like, oh my god, I did like 12 episodes of Shining Pearl in one sitting. That was... I will never do that again. That's for sure. That was a Saturday I'm not getting back. That's 100% a Saturday I'm not getting back. Funny enough, I think just the Shining Pearl videos, though, still ended up just being so much better, because I kind of knew what I was doing at that point. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I like... Between Breath of the Wild and Shining Pearl's Let's Plays, I knew so much more about YouTube and yapping. Honestly, playing through all of Poppy Playtime. Well, I'm on spring break. Funny enough, man. The only thing is, it's don't you have to pay for each chapter? It's kind of the reason I don't buy a lot of those chapter-based games, is until chapter 2, you don't really realize how they're going about distributing the price points. But no, there's no way. I can boot up Steam right now. And check. Not that one. That's the close-up. All right. Live reaction to seeing if... No, you can... There you go. You can just have Pokopia playing in the background. Let's see. How much is it? Chapter 1 is free. Okay. That scares me. That concept scares me. Okay, Steam's loading. I'm one-handing this controller right now. Okay. Steam. No. Stop updating. What game are you updating? You don't... There's nothing to update. Publish playtime. Oh my god. Yeah, you have to buy each chapter. Holy shit, chapter 4 and 5 are $20 each? Oh my god. Okay, well, And so if I want the full package, it's like $60, which that's a standard video game price. But I mean, Chapter 6 will come out and it'll literally be like the price of a Switch 2 game. And I think Switch 2 games are overpriced. And the only reason I commit to Switch 2 games is because Nintendo is my shit. But, ooh. You know what? If one Poppy Playtime, because Chapter 5, it's still kind of recent, kinda. It's been a while. I think there's a good chance, at least, that they'll give like a collection version. And it's like you can get all the games together, or all the chapters together. Because that's what they did for Bendy. Did you have to buy the Bendy chapter separately? I don't remember. I know. Indie horror, man, it is something else. Ooh, Charizard. Let's go. Yeah, once I'm able to figure out what I actually want to do for the houses, the streams are just going to be me miserably building, and it's going to be so awful because you guys are going to watch it like, oh god, it looks so bad. I'm going to be sitting there like, yeah, but this is where he's going to live. This is where he's going to live. Yeah, we're getting to the point now where it's just, we have so many recipes like purchased. I mean, we also have so much money. If I want to, I can just go down here and it's like, all right, what do I want today? Sure, let's get a stool, you know? The App Store? There's mobile versions? Wait, there's mobile versions of Poppy Playtime? I thought it was only on Steam. Wait, what? No shot. How did I not know this? There's mobile versions? Poppy... Oh my god! There is! I hate that I scroll down and see Garden of Banban. I know nothing about Garden of Banban. That's for certain. Uh-huh. Why are the mobile versions so cheap? Well, okay. I mean, they wouldn't sell. That's for sure, if they were full price. Oh, you know what? The early chapters of this on mobile must suck. I'm not gonna lie, like chapter 1 and 2 on this, on mobile, might genuinely be some of the worst experiences possible. I wouldn't know, but like, with how breakable the earlier chapters were, I wouldn't be surprised if you could just destroy that game. Absolutely demolish that game from the inside out on mobile. Like, I would not be surprised. What, everything 500? So generous. Well, at least now everyone knows how to get infinite money without doing anything. Oh, good night, J-Mang. I appreciate you hopping on. I hope you enjoyed the Kirby series. Yeah, I don't know if I really need this money. I don't even know how much money is required in this game. Obviously, I'm gonna need some for like builds, but for the most part, I think we're in the good. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really care about like any of this stuff right now. If I need to, I can come back and purchase it. 2.5 hours. I feel bad because like my typical streams are like 4 hours, which is kind of crazy to say. It's crazy to say as someone who doesn't stream often or regularly that I'm like, yeah, I feel bad for doing a short stream because I feel like typically they average like 4 hours, but that's because I just play games for a long time. Anyway, I hope you like the yap sesh. I don't know, you could put a video, you could put this video on in the background and hear me yapping. But yeah, I mean, throughout this week, there will be more live streams, but they will be around the same time. I can't do like a 6-hour stream with work. That's certain. I don't have the time. With that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. For those who popped in, thank you again. For those who are watching after the fact, thank you as well. I don't know. I might just keep playing Pokopia throughout the week. I might start playing Fire Red. I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see as well, I'll probably do like a YouTube announcement as well where I say all this. But yeah. Anyway, be true to yourselves and have a lovely day. Or night. Or evening. You know what I mean.